Here we are, guys. It's iRacing build day. Brand new shiny content. And here we have the one piece of content that I'm so excited to get out on track and drive. The Super Formula car. Here it is in all its glory. This is genuinely a first look video. I've just downloaded the update. I'm hopping onto this before I've done any race. I'm intrigued to see how this runs around Suzuka. So let's head into it. Right, here we are in the car. Now, first things first, what I noticed being a big F1 fan on iRacing are the wheels. I can see over them. Happy days. I'll actually be able to see into apexes. I do run a bit more of a higher driver height, 3.5 to be exact. And, well, yes, I'm a bit of a tall guy, so I sit a little bit higher in any car, to be honest. And I also like that my with this field of view I've got on my 49-inch ultrawide, that the steering wheel is pretty much one for one size wise with my own, and I can just see the rev lights above the steering wheel. But as you can see, I've got my black box relative on the left hand side as well, because there's something I want to bring your attention to, is the OT symbols down there at the bottom. We have OT left, OT status, and retime. This is in effect your push to pass system, very similar to how the IndyCar system works, except it's on a time basis rather than a amount of presses that you can use. So in practice sessions, it looks like it's in unlimited use. You can use it all around the track, no restrictions. There's no retime to this system. In races, I believe this is limited to 200 seconds throughout a race. Distance may be reduced because we haven't got the full length races here that they run in Super Formula. So that's probably going to be at a fraction of whatever the race lengths are, whether that be 60%, 10%, etc. And then, of course, there is a recharge use of that per lap. So you can only, once you use it the first time, whenever you turn it off, you can then only use it once that recharge time goes back to, full again. So enough of that. Listen to that engine. The whole time I've been talking, you can hear it ticking over. You can tell when an engine's going to sound nice. Let's give this a bit of a rev. Ooh, chills. Love it. Let's take this out and give it a go and warm up these tyres. Oh. Oh, sounds amazing. Does it not? Oh, careful from here. Cold tyres. Okay. So that's interesting. Not even a lap done yet, but one thing I have picked up. And I'll just do one more corner. Spin corner. Okay. So it may be the setup, but this car, with the torque, I feel like I can very much plant my foot on the throttle. Oh, that was nice. Stopped quite nicely there. It's the same there. I really put my foot down there, and I'm used to obviously the F1 car and even like F3 being a bit more finesse on the throttle. I definitely feel like that with the F3.5 anyway. There's a lot of torque behind them, and you have to ease onto the throttle. This has a bit more, similar to like, not exactly the same, but a similar trace to the LMP3, where it's more of a V shape rather than a progression. That's what it feels like.
0.5 off your best.
Oh, hit the curb hard there. You can feel the downforce in this car. It's beautiful. The turbo on the downshifts is... Yeah. Can you see the smile on my face? Not many cars make me go like this. Virtual cars, at least. Oh, a bit wide there, Scott.
This lap won't count. You've cut the track.
So third gear there. So as I said, it could be to do with the throttle map. Let's change that actually. Let's change it down to 1. I don't know which is what, to be honest. This felt good on the braking last time around. Oh man, that is like F1. That is so similar to F1 under braking. That feels beautiful. Of course, these cars have a better aero package than that of F2. It kind of makes sense. Like I can throw it into the corner there. Oh, a bit too heavy into there. I want to get out of this hairpin and see what this throttle map change has done.
Sector 1 is 0.5, slower than your best.
Sticks through there. Look how good that looks. So here we are, first gear. Okay, so there is a bit of torque behind it. To be expected, but nowhere near like I feel like I'm gonna lose the throttle or lose the car by with that throttle input. Do the same here as well.
Your sector 2 time is quick.
Yeah. Oh mate, so many people are gonna love this car because it's a lot easier to drive than that of the F3.5 and an F1 car. This is really going to help bridge that gap to F1. This is the best part. Under braking into that corner is just... Wow. Now this car was helped and developed by Liam Lawson himself, who is currently racing in this series. Of course, in F1 at the moment. But obviously he's an avid sim racer himself. So, once again, iRacing getting real-life input from real-life drivers in regards to how this car handles. And do you know what? I can totally see why Liam Lawson said this is a great place to be for him to prepare himself for F1. And others have said that as well. Because it's just an F1 car but slower. And going back to the F1 series and bridging that gap, I think it might actually have a detriment to F1 because of how similar in nature this car is. I think people will just go, I'm not going up to F1. Why do I need to? This car has it all. And that pains me to say because I love F1 series. I love the F1 cars on iRacing. And I do have a love-hate relationship with the W13. And I see why people don't drive it because it's a lot more difficult than the W12. And this car is just going to fill that void of anyone who's been wanting to do F1 but is put off by the W13. Now this used to push the pass button.
That lap was at 1:38.
It now says on.
Sector 3 time is fast.
Definitely went in quicker there. You can hear the whiz of the engine or the wheeze of the engine get more higher pitched. The timer's not going down because it's unlimited and I'm in an unlimited session or practice session. Oh. Yeah, definitely have more pace through there.
Of your best.
Handles really well too. Oh, there we go. There's that loss. So, yeah, still possible. Still possible to spin it in this car. Of course, that is the throttle map into 1. Maybe 2 would be a bit better. This is the fixed setup. It's currently on 3, which was really easy. You could really stamp your foot on the throttle. I'm going to go back to 3, actually. But yeah, it's like an F1 car's younger brother. It's probably the best way to describe this. So we do have the push-to-pass system still on. See if we go for 130R any quicker. Still easy flat. And I probably broke a bit too early there. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, guys. You're going to love this. If you're a Formula fan, you're going to love this car.
Sector 3 is 2/10 off your best.
Wow. Not really much more else to say. I just can't wait to get out into a race in this car. And, yeah. Have a go. Have a go. So, yeah. Wow. What a car. What a car. I can see myself spending a lot of time in this, guys, and it is definitely a car that I would recommend, especially if, one, you are a Formula fan and you've been looking to step up from F4, F3, but F3.5 has not really taken your fancy. It's a very different car in regards to how it handles and drives. And then maybe F1 has been just a little bit too difficult for you, or you just haven't wanted to put the time into it because you don't like the way the W13 drives. This is going to fill that void 100%. It is, as I said, it's like an F1 car's baby brother. It could possibly kill F1, at least the officials anyway, the weekly officials, because the tour races will still be popular. The 100% Grand Prix races that run in conjunction with the F1 calendar and race weekends. But this, on a weekly participation basis, it's just going to trump it. I can see it. I really can. Now, of course, these do run 2 races that are back-to-back. A fixed race, which is going to be 15 minutes long, and then there is going to be an open race, which is around 30 minutes long. Unfortunately, no full-length races yet, as there is in real life, but it's the first season. It's a tester. The F3.5 community is still there, and it's to allow drivers of that community to also participate in this and do races back to back. But yeah, guys, go out, get your hands on this, give it a go, and yeah, I can't wait to see you guys all out on track. I'm now going to go do a race myself, so keep an eye out for that video too. Hit that like and subscribe button, guys, turn those notifications on, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.